In a number of spiritual paths, your deeper questions might find answers in a session in the pastor's study. You're looking for something more, so let's offer you something different. Merry meet, blessed be. I'm Iden Odinson, High Priest of the Temple of Gaia, Priest of the Universal Gnostic Fellowship, etc. Welcome to another session in a very different pastor's study. Well, sometimes I have to look for something to write about. Sometimes the subject comes to me. Sometimes I don't have to go any further than the local paper, which here is the Delaware County Times. I had a very nice thing put together on the subject of unity, and I'm still going to touch on it. But a couple of items really got my goat, and I'll admit it. Yeah, it got me upset, and the same day's paper, Friday, April 1st, and they weren't fooling. Here's one about a New Hampshire politician. The Republican leader of the New Hampshire House referred to the Roman Catholic Bishop, John McCormack, as a pedophile pimp. The bishop was at a rally outside the State House, speaking there, criticizing a state budget proposal. And they were going to be cutting a lot of social services. Well, one heck of a broadbrush to do against the man that no allegations have been made against. And I'd like to know what that particular state representative might have hiding in his closet. I do know that one of the people who spoke out against witch school and one of the places where it was trying to establish itself, the Karelian tradition, quite a lot of you know about that. Quite a few of you probably are part of it. And he was talking about needing to protect children. Well, turned out children needed to be protected from him. I won't go into that. But I'll go into this one about the Reverend Terry Jones, who is, let's see, who is that? Oh yeah, Gainesville, Florida, the Dove Outreach Center. Now, if I count the members of the Physical Coven that meet here once a month, and the people who watch this show, and the people who listen to the Secrets in Plain Sight, I have many times the people he does. He has a Sunday congregation of about 50 the last time I read it. And if you could see this picture of him, it's interesting. He looks like a TV character that I remember awfully well. That TV character was actually a parody. A few months ago, he was threatening to burn a Koran. He backed down, but very recently he actually did do that. Now, I'm not sure anybody would particularly notice what would happen in a little backstreet mosque in some town that might have a minor tourist trade or something like that in Afghanistan. But the people in Afghanistan paid an awful lot of attention to what this preacher did, this particular clergyman. And there have been riots about it. I'm getting tired of it. Why people have to go around broadbrushing and stereotyping and acting as if an entire group is to blame because of one particular faction. I was talking a while back about a certain member of the U.S. House of Representatives wanting to investigate Islam in such a broad brush way. Might I suggest, this guy claims to be a Baptist, if I recall right. We also have Westboro Baptist Church that does protests at military funerals and basically cheers for Al-Qaeda. Maybe if what's good for the goose is good for the gander, maybe Representative King ought to be investigating the Baptists too. Then again, I look back at what I just got done saying on the last Secrets in Plain Sight. Your gods and goddesses are valid and do great things for you. My gods and goddesses do very good things for me. Probably they don't entirely mesh together. Probably they are not the same pantheon. A couple that I didn't bother with for some years are now back because I came to understand something about them. And I also overcame the business about what other people were saying about them as opposed to what they were actually doing. And there are those who see All-Father Odin as a warrior, and he is a great warrior. But he's also, as in one of the chants I do regularly, patron of those who write and sing. He has an intellect and a thirst to learn and to know. He hung from the tree for 9 days to gain knowledge of the runes. 9 days, and pierced his side with a spear. Hey, wasn't there somebody else whose side was pierced with a spear? And then I look at the words of a few people that I've learned to really respect. 3 in particular who, although they were known as being members of one particular faith, some of their most significant work was dealing with people of other faiths, and in one particular case, people of no faith. That's right. Because during the Great Depression, a lot of people turned to the spiritual, And a lot of other people turned away from the spiritual. The obvious question, why would he let this happen? And I don't have an answer for that either. But they also spoke of unity. One of the last things that this particular one said was that we could all be one. Another one said, it's not a unity of religion that he seeks, but a unity of religious people. I have a feeling that includes us, folks. And then another someone that the Dalai Lama referred to as being of all Christians that he'd ever known, nobody understood Buddhism as well as he did. And he talked about how we should use the unity we have. All three of them were Christians. Actually, all three of them were Roman Catholic priests. Venerable Solanus Casey, a Capuchin monk. Archbishop Fulton Sheen. And Thomas Merton. And Thomas Merton was the one who talked about using the unity we already have. Gee, that sounds almost Gnostic. Using what we already have, rather than waiting for it to come to us, because we've got it. Well, I think it's about time for folks to try to do that. And you're welcome to join. And it basically begins with respecting each other. Like I said, my gods and goddesses are wonderful and they do good things for me. Your gods and goddesses are wonderful and they do great things for you. They may not be the same, but that doesn't make either one of them invalid, does it? No. But it does mean that there's someone or something in between that we may not really know about. And maybe won't know about in this lifetime. And that's part of growing and learning and experiencing. Finding out these wonderful things. And with that, we don't know how much we're going to accomplish. But we're going to. And quite a lot. I'm Biden. Blessed be. Uriel's Gifts and the Secrets in Plain Sight are sponsored by the Temple of Gaia. At Temple of Gaia, we don't train you to our path. We show you how to find and pursue your own path. Above all, we tried to provide a great place to come together and to share. We're located in Collingdale, Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia, and wherever cyberspace can be reached. To learn more, visit our website at templeofgaiainc.org or our meeting place in cyberspace at templeofgaia.ning.com. Thank you for coming. Feel free to return at any time. We intend to always have something for you here. Blessed be. This has been a presentation of the Wise Ones Net. Merry part and blessed be.